So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to just reach our legs out in front of us, just like that. And really nice and simple. You can use your hands next to you, and you'll point the toes, and you'll flex the toes. And you'll point the toes, and you'll flex the toes. Let's do it one more time all together. Pointing and flexing. Beautiful. Now, nice and slowly, let's just circle the ankles around. There might be little cricks or cracks here and there. Go the other direction, right? Really getting into the feet. Good. And then you can kind of just pause and start to kind of bounce your knees around and just get into your legs a little bit more here. Bounce them around. Should feel really good. Great. Beautiful, everyone. From here, let's swing our legs behind us and come into all fours, cat-cow. Here in all fours, it would be nice to measure yourself, so just make sure that your hands are underneath your shoulders and the knees are underneath your hips. Remember that the first chakra is all about feeling at home in this body and feeling secure and safe in this body. So we're really going to take our time and move slow. So let's move into cow pose. Nice big inhale. And on the exhale, slowly curl into your spine. Again, like that. Inhaling, opening up for cow. And exhale, curling into the spine. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, opens you. And exhale, curls you. Good. These next couple of ones you can start doing on your own. So maybe there might be some personal movement, maybe some fluid movement, right? Intuitive movement. You might move from side to side or getting the neck a little bit involved. Just enjoy it, right? Move it around. So good. From here, let's take a child's pose, right? So we'll draw the knees a little bit wider, as wide as the mat. And we'll start to sit back and drop the head down. And again, just feeling safe, secure in this body, knowing that we have a right to be here, to exist. You might start to roll the forehead around, massaging the brow as you just get into the body more and more. Wonderful. From here, let's come back onto all fours, and we're actually going to step back now and come into plank. And from plank, we're going to bend the knees and lift the butt up into dog. And it's the first dog, so definitely get into those feet and legs a little bit more by walking out the feet a lot, right? Really, really walk them out. Really, really pedal those feet and get into them. Good. Find some stillness in the dog here. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're really going to get into those feet and legs as we open them up. So you're going to walk your right foot just a few inches forward, just enough so the whole heel of your right foot comes down, right? You see that? The whole heel of my right foot is down. So if you need to walk it a little more forward, please do, so that the whole heel is down on the ground. So right away, as you step that heel down, you should be feeling lots of sensation in the back of the leg. As you are ready, you can start to lift the left leg into the air, and you can also bend the left knee and lift the left shin really high. So it should be quite the big sensation in the back of that right leg, in the back of the ankle, the calf, the back of the knee, right? The hamstring. Keep lifting that left shin up into the air, feeling this nice flushing energy, right? Opening up that first chakra, root chakra, Muladhara. Lift it up a little bit higher. One more big inhale. And on the exhale, slowly bring the left foot in line with the right, or it might be a little bit closer, right? It depends on you. The most important thing is that the left heel needs to be completely down on the ground, right? Once you've got that left heel nice and strong on the ground, you'll lift the right leg up into the air and bend the right knee. Good. Keep lifting that right shin. Don't let yourself fall over to one side. Keep lifting and keep pushing out of the hands with equal energy. Breathe in, lots of sensations here in the back of the ankle, calf, back of the knee, back of the leg. Really, really waking up those legs. Stay with it. Keep pushing into the hands. One more inhale. And on the exhale, step your right foot back, step your left foot back. Come forward for plank pose again. Drop the knees again and sit back into child's pose and rest for a moment. Feel that awakening and strength in the legs that we just did. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to get into the toes a little bit here. And when we get into the feet, that's when it really starts to get a little intense. So what we're going to do is we're going to tuck the toes a lot, right? So I even like to lift my knees to make sure that my toes are really super tucked. And we're going to take this same child's pose that we've been taking. But now we're going to do a tucked toe variation. So my toes are super tucked, and I'm pushing myself back into the child's pose with my hands. Good. And you should feel lots of big opening here in the toes, in the arches of the feet. It should feel a little intense. That's okay. Opening the feet is a really good way to get back into the body. Amazing. And now we're going to turn this into a bit of a flow here. So keep your toes tucked, and I want you to think of shooting out right into plank pose. Inhale. And on the exhale, bend your knees into the air dog. And we're going to keep on moving it. So inhale, plank. Bend the knees. Exhale, tuck toes, child's pose. Inhale, shoot right back out to plank. Exhale, bend the knees, lift the butt up to dog. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, plank. Bend the knees, keep the toes tucked. Exhale. Shoot it right back out to plank. And bend the knees and lift the butt into the air, dog. Good. From this dog, we'll start to walk the feet a little bit forward, not all the way. You can slightly pigeon toe the feet, and now the heels are totally on the ground. We're in this short dog. This might be super intense. If it is, you can come up onto your fingertips and it'll give you more length. And I really want you to think of lifting the butt up through the air and really feeling that huge sensation in the back of the legs. Breathe into it just a little bit more. I know it's a little intense. Good. And then look forward and start to walk your feet all the way forward to the top of the mat. So we're in this nice forward fold, Uttanasana. You can measure 2 fists between the arches of the feet and bow the head down. Really, really letting this forward fold, Uttanasana, be more about the legs. So start to feel the weight in your feet shifting back into the heels of the feet, shifting forward into the balls of the feet. Do that a few times. Shift back into the heels, shift forward into the balls of the feet. Shift back and shift forward. You might shake the head here, yes and no. You can grab opposite elbow and start to sway from side to side. Will feel so nice. So good here. From here, I'm going to come up onto my fingertips and I'm going to widen my toes out to the side. And you can also walk out your hands a little bit out to the side. And we're going to take a pose called Malasana or squat. And we're going to use a block here so that we can make it more supported. So I'm going to sit back down into the block. My thighs are reaching out to the side. And I'm actually pulling or pushing rather my elbows into my inner knees. And I'm finding a prayer at my heart center. And here I am in this nice squat Malasana pose that's really nice for opening up the legs and helping us feel grounded and in this body, right? So take a few breaths here. Keep lifting the chest up towards the thumbs. Keep pushing the elbows out into the thighs, but also pushing the thighs out into the elbows. Take one more nice big inhale here. And on the exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly start to come out of it, back into the normal forward fold. You can move the block back to the top of the mat and release the head down again. Great. Start to bend the knees and slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, come up to stand, rolling up, really letting the head be the last thing to arrive. When you get there, you can pause in mountain pose or this Tadasana. And I want you to close the eyes, and we'll do a little exercise here together. I want you to close the eyes and notice how that feels when you close the eyes. And with the eyes closed, what we're going to do is move through the terrain of our feet and explore how we are holding weight through our feet. So with your eyes closed, I want you to shift back into the heels of the feet. Notice if this feels comfortable for you or not. And then you'll start to shift the weight forward into the balls of the feet. And I want you to do that a few times, shifting back and shifting forward. Shifting back and shifting forward. And you're playing with the boundary here to see like, oh, maybe I've gone too far, maybe I'm gonna fall, right? So don't fall. Just shift forward and back a few times. And then pause at center, and I want you to shift side to side. So right and left, right? Putting all of the weight into the right foot, then coming through center, putting all of the weight into the left foot. Just really, really, really moving into each leg. Great, and then stop at center. And then I want you to start going clockwise. So think that you're creating like a circle around you by moving the weight around your feet, right? I'm slowly creating this circle around myself by moving into different parts of my feet, and then go counterclockwise. Really feeling the feet connected to the earth. Good, so nice. And then I want you to keep on moving. It doesn't have to be circular or left or right or whatever. It can be just moving any way you want, right? Just notice how you're moving in the feet. And eventually, slowly, you'll start to come to a place of center, of feeling very rooted through your feet into the earth. Let's take one more standing pose here. So open the eyes and reach the arms up all the way over the head. Inhale. And on the exhale, you're slowly going to start to bend the knees and sit the butt back for Utkatasana, chair pose. Now with chair, don't sit back way over here because then you can't access the upper back. Shift the weight forward into the balls of the feet a little bit. Whew, so good, right? You can already feel the heat starting to come up in the legs through this chair. So sit down a little bit deeper, lift the arms a little bit more. I know it's a lot of work here. Stay with it. We're strengthening that first chakra. Good. Take one more big inhale. Stay for the exhale. And then stand up, inhale. And take the prayer through you all the way down to the ground. And fold over those legs. And be here. And release. Good. We'll take a little half lift and shift the weight forward into the hands. And we're just going to kind of step the knees back. And we're back into our hands and knees pose. So from here, we're going to do a little more work here on hands and knees just to get a little more into that first chakra. So tuck your toes just like we did in the child's pose and push into your hands. And what you're going to do is you're going to lift the knees off of the ground just for an inch. And we're just going to do this for a few seconds. So lift the knees off the ground. Yeah, and now you can feel your legs like really engaging, right? So it's like a lifted tabletop pose. Inhale. And exhale, release. Good, we'll do one more. Push into your hands and lift the knees just the slightest inch off of the ground. And exhale, release. Beautiful. Widen the knees to either side. Sit back into the child's pose and rest. So good, everyone. I hope that the first chakra, the legs, the feet, are feeling open, feeling awake, feeling present, and grounded. From here, let's walk up onto our hands, and we're going to meet in a cross-legged seat in the center of our mat. And if you want to sit up on something, it might be a nice idea, a little blanket or a little pillow. And we're just going to move into our short meditation, right? And affirmations. So come up into your seat and really make sure that you're kind of scooching the butt back to make sure that you're sitting on the sit bones and not falling back on the tailbone like this. If you are falling back on the tailbone, definitely put a little pillow or a little cushion underneath you, right? So make sure that you've scooted back and that you lift up nice and tall. And then from here, we're going to do something with our hands. So my left hand is going to come to my heart, and my right fingertips are going to touch onto the ground. So just really feeling the connection of the earth here, bringing that soothing energy to the rest of the body and the heart. So if you haven't closed your eyes yet, please do. So for a moment here, just really feeling the feet on the ground, the thighs on the ground, the sits bones on the ground, the fingertips on the ground. You can think of the earth underneath you, wherever you're practicing right now, whether it's at home, whether it's at work, whether it's outside, there is earth underneath you. There is soil. There are roots that are connecting us deeper into this earth. And I want you to imagine that earth. I want you to imagine that planet. I want you to see in your mind's eye that soil, those roots connecting you to this earth. And internally, you'll repeat these affirmations that we'll say that will help this first chakra feel more open, more stable, more connected, more grounded to the earth. So the first one is, I am here and I feel safe. I am here and I feel safe. You can even say that out loud to yourself if you're in the comfort of your own home and you feel comfortable saying, I am here and I feel safe. Feel that beautiful energy, grounded root chakra, red earth underneath you. The next affirmation we'll say is, I love and trust my body. That might bring up some stuff, so take it slow. I love and I trust my body. Try saying that out loud with me. I love and I trust my body. Keep breathing here. Keep feeling your fingertips on the earth. Keep seeing those roots connecting you and your seat to this planet that we are on. Take one more nice grounding inhale here. And on the exhale, you can let go of the hands and bring the hands face down onto the knees. And feel a deeper sense of rootedness, groundedness here. Feeling safe, feeling protected, feeling here in this first Muladhara root chakra.